In 1975, the technology industry operated on a rigid assumption. Profit was forged in metal, circuitry, and the production of physical machines. The Altair 8800 was a groundbreaking personal computer kit, but its complex array of toggle switches and indicator lights lacked a programming language. Without code, the machine could not perform a single task. Paul Allen and Bill Gates, two students working on a PDP-10 in a Harvard computer lab, recognized the gap. They saw that the Altair was a collection of useless parts without a set of instructions to drive it. Working day and night for 2 months, they wrote a basic interpreter specifically for the Altair's chip. When they demonstrated the software to the manufacturer, they proved that a machine's capabilities were dictated entirely by its programming. At the time, industry giants like IBM remained focused on manufacturing the physical hardware, viewing the metal box as the primary asset. Gates and Allen realized that physical architecture was secondary to the logic driving it. To control the machine, they had to control the code. In 1981, IBM needed an operating system for their upcoming personal computer. Gates did not build the system IBM requested from scratch. He purchased the rights to a program called QDOS from a developer for $50,000. He rebranded it MS-DOS and offered it to IBM. Instead of selling the software outright, he convinced IBM to accept a non-exclusive license, allowing Microsoft to retain the rights to the code while IBM focused on selling hardware. As rival manufacturers flooded the market with IBM-compatible machines, Microsoft sold that exact same operating system to every competitor. Because every new machine required an operating system to function, MS-DOS became the universal standard for personal computing. A single licensing agreement shifted the center of wealth in the tech industry away from the manufacturers and toward the software provider. The government argued that Microsoft illegally tied its Internet Explorer web browser to Windows 98, a tactic designed to crush the rival browser, Netscape Navigator. Evidence showed Microsoft threatened to withhold Windows licenses from any PC manufacturer promoting competing software. The judge concluded that Microsoft was an illegal monopoly and initially ordered the corporation to be split into 2 separate entities. Appeals reversed the breakup, leaving the company intact. But grueling testimony damaged Gates' public reputation, prompting him to seek a different avenue for his influence. In 2008, Gates stepped away from Microsoft's daily operations to redirect his capital toward global health. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he targeted infectious diseases in the developing world, aiming to eliminate threats like polio, HIV, and malaria. This chart shows the primary causes of death for children under 5 in 2008. Gates approached global health as a systems engineering problem. He analyzed these variables to isolate specific points where a standardized intervention could force a change in survival rates. The foundation funded massive interventions designed to shift those statistics, including the mass distribution of treated mosquito nets and a surge in basic immunization rates. His philanthropy applies the same logic he used in software: identify the underlying code of a global problem and enforce a standardized solution. That same logic now dictates his approach to carbon emissions through his company TerraPower. TerraPower is developing the Natrium nuclear reactor as a standardized emissions-free baseline for global energy grids. This model mirrors the licensing of MS-DOS. By designing a reactor meant to serve as a uniform foundation for the grid, Gates is positioning his technology as the required baseline for the next century's infrastructure. His career demonstrates that systemic power belongs to the person who builds the foundational rules. Once the standard is set, every system that follows must operate within its boundaries.